My name is Judy Dorsey. I am the founding president and principal engineer at Brendle Group. We're a sustainability consulting firm out of Colorado with a national footprint on our mission to accelerate equitable solutions to the climate crisis. And I am here today as a C3E ambassador to introduce our award winner in the category of entrepreneurship. And I came to the C3E ambassadorship from a little bit of a unique route, which is that in 2012, at the first symposium, I was the recipient of this award. So I was also reminded I was really struck by Secretary Granholm's comments about being first to something is okay, but to see many, many more come after you is even better. And wait until you meet Shannon. But before I introduce her, I also did have a chance to look at the posters today. And I know that there's going to be somebody else following Shannon and following Shannon and following Shannon in this category. And while we've heard about the importance of a systems approach, I'm a huge fan of systems approach. I'm also biased about entrepreneurship. And we, more than ever, need entrepreneurship in catalyzing the changes we need to see. We need creative women entrepreneurs to commercialize the amazing research that we're hearing about and to scale that research quickly. So enter today's award winner in entrepreneurship, Shannon Miller. With a BS, MS, and PhD in mechanical engineering from Stanford University, Shannon makes all of us mechanical engineers in the room today very proud. We've heard from a few mechanical engineers, not just for her degrees, but what she's been able to do with her education. Over the last 12 years, Shannon has painstakingly nurtured Mainspring Energy from her doctoral research in power generation into an award-winning Silicon Valley-based technology company. She employs over 200 people and has raised over $400 million from the likes of Bill Gates and others. Mainspring Energy provides dispatchable, distributed, fuel-flexible generation as a key strategy towards the affordable, reliable, net zero carbon emissions grid that we've been talking about all day. And I am confident. I wanted to say one thing about this urgency discussion, and that is that we haven't talked about 2030 in particular. And Valerie, your comments were so well taken about perspective in our careers and that time through these stages looks different. Well, this is November now, the 2nd. So that means we now only have 86 months left until 2030. And for those of us ambassadors, relative to our entire career, that's a bat of an eye. And yet for those of you who are new to the industry, that might seem like a career away. But to me, it's a bat of an eye. And so we need to accelerate. And that's why I'm confident that Shannon has what it takes to lead us in these next 86 months to that brighter carbon-free future. Why am I so confident? 3 reasons. First, we've been talking a lot about we're on the cusp, we're right there, we're so close, tipping points, all the metaphors we've been using, and that is exactly what Shannon's nomination was peppered throughout. She is on the cusp. She is this close. She is about to oversee dramatic global growth in her technology. And the second reason, core values. Her nominees noted her as being grounded, humble, approachable. Imagine an entrepreneur who is grounded, humble, and approachable. What kind of company do you think that person would lead of over 200 people? The core values on their website are pragmatic optimism, excellence without ego, proactive collaboration. And we wonder about our upbringings, these personal stories, all these things that bring us to our core values and that those get propagated into the companies that we are developing to deliver the solutions at scale to solve the global climate crisis. And that leads me to the third reason, role model. Shannon is not only a role model internally, and if you read her nomination, it's awesome because you can tell that the women that she leads are just giddy to be at this company under the helm of a woman leader like this. But also externally, she is a rare deep technology CEO in the Silicon Valley. And she is an amazing role model for both internally and externally. For these three reasons, I'm honored and delighted to present the 2022 C3E Entrepreneurship Award to Shannon Miller.
Thank you so much. That was quite amazing. I don't have any kind of introduction like that. So yeah, thank you so much for having me here. This is so inspiring. And I think actually the story I told Maria when she called me was that I was like, oh, I don't want to do an award. This is kind of crazy. And then I realized I was giving a tour one time to as a graduate student to new incoming graduate students, and I was the first woman from my lab, and another woman joined. And she told me later that she joined because I had given a tour, and she was like, "Oh, you can do it, I can do it." I was like, "Oh, so all I have to do is show up, and I get more women to join this group. I don't have to do anything special. I just have to be here." And that was really inspiring for me because I had no idea that I had any impact on her deciding to do a PhD. So. Anyway, it's been more than a decade since I started working on a cleaner, more efficient power generation system with my advisor at Stanford and my two co-founders. And we've now we've done a lot of things. We've developed and tested prototypes that started as academic research projects funded by folks like Deb at GE, and building a company, raising money, and then raising more money, and then raising more money, and raising more money, which happens when you do a startup in hardware. Hiring a talented and dedicated team, bringing the Mainspring linear generator to market, and now seeing it run for more than two years at customer sites, which is just so exciting. And now we're scaling our manufacturing, ramping up our sales, solving some of the most innovative energy applications with some of the most innovative energy customers in the world. It's still extremely daunting many days when you look around and you realize, okay, we're still actually a relatively unknown technology in a global industry. We are looking for advocates. You realize this is a new technology and no one even knows what it does or how it works. And I've been very fortunate to have investors, advisors, and a lot of colleagues that have helped really keep our focus, helped us face challenges head on, and helped us continue to make forward progress, even if it's often 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And I think one of the best parts about building a company is that you get to build the team around you and choose who you work with. And I just feel so fortunate with the team I have. My co-founders, Matt Surchek and Adam Simpson, who I'm still happily married to after 12 years, which I think is rare. And we're working on the biggest energy challenges that we're all facing in front of us, which is what gets me up every day and gets me excited. And I'm extremely excited to now be part of this community, which I think is so inspiring, and to get the support and recognition that this award has for everything that we're doing at Mainspring. So thank you for shining a light on what we're doing. And then also just thank all of you here for going to work every day and being the role models that I needed to see to come to work and start to go into energy, because it's just so impactful to have people there who are like, oh, I look like that person, I can go do this as well. So thank you, DOE, MIT, Texas A&M, and Stanford for all the work that you do on this. And then lastly, I'm an energy optimist, so pragmatic optimism, as you said, yeah, trying not just a hope-based strategy, practical one. And being here has really been so inspiring and made me even more hopeful about everything that we're going to accomplish over the next decade. So thank you.